Hi everybody, welcome to Viva-Mundo's webinar. Today we are joined by the University of Johannesburg for the third installment of their webinars on Viva-Mundo today. Today we'll be discussing the Faculty of Arts, Design and Architecture at the University of Johannesburg in South Africa. Now, we do encourage you to ask questions. Feel free. We will get to the questions at the very end of our webinar. If you have any questions, please pop them in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. Now, a little bit about Viva-Mundo and what we do and how we are here to help you. We are here to give advice on travel, visas, anywhere you would like to go, including courses to study internationally and abroad. Right, I am going to pass you over to Tamara, who will be the first person to present to you today.
Hi everybody, my name is Tamara Francis and I'm from the Faculty of Art, Design and Architecture from the University of Johannesburg. Today I'm going to tell you guys a bit more about our faculty, about the courses that we have in our faculty. So without further ado, let me begin. So as I said, I'm from the Faculty of Art, Design and Architecture from UJ. We're also known as FADA. Just an overview of what the presentation is about. It's going to be an introduction, a brief description of all the departments within the faculty. I'm going to speak about the FADA Fab Lab, the FADA Gallery, UJ Arts and Culture, and I'm going to close off with a faculty video. Okay, so let's go right into it. So within our faculty, we have the Department of Architecture, okay? This program is an entry-level qualification. It addresses all knowledge and fields in architecture. The program focuses specifically on the theoretical and social aspects of architecture. It enables you to tailor your studies to your own interests as well as your career plans. The type of qualification can be followed by additional postgraduate studies that will prepare you for a career in that specific field. Architectural professionals are involved in shaping our built environment. From low-rise public projects to multi-level buildings, architecture professionals are employed in the design, technological resolution, and on-site supervising of all of the construction, as well as all of the projects. So the Department of Architecture currently is offering the following undergraduate programs, which is your Bachelor of Architecture. If you cannot get into your Bachelor of Architecture, we also offer a Diploma in Architecture. The department's offering have unconditional validation from the South African Council of the Architectural Profession, which is also known as SACAD, and the Commonwealth Association for Architecture. So this is the undergraduate aspect of what we have to offer, right? Once you've completed your undergrad, you can go on to study your postgrad, and we have the Graduate School of Architecture, which offers postgrad, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, I just wanna play you a video that gives you a brief overview of what the GSA is about, which is the Graduate School of Architecture. Okay, here we go.
The school has grown very rapidly. You know, we started off in 2014 with 12 final year master students. This year we have 88. So at the moment we have about 40% of our students are coming from other schools in Africa. We've got about 5% international. In 10 years' time, we would like to be where all global schools are, which is 30% international, 30% local to the school, and 30% on the continent. In order to achieve these things, the number one priority is facilities. At the moment, we have no studio space, we have no workshop. Students go, they exhibit in other places, they make work in other places, but it's not ideal. We would like to bring these facilities together into one place and make a real statement about the school's relationship to the city. And I know the campus model, particularly in South Africa, tends to be something that's behind, certainly behind palisade fences. For schools of architecture, this is really dangerous. You need to be in the city, signaling the school's commitment to architecture and urbanism. So we're looking for ways in which we can have a real street front presence, like all great global schools. Partly architecture is to do with the way the world is as it stands, the way the world has been, but it's also largely to do with the way the world could be.
I am an architect. I am studying architecture, but I'm redefining architecture for myself. I'm really looking at the qualities of architecture. So considering the era that we're in now, this era of transformation, decolonization, that calls for different thinking, that calls for redefining languages, that calls for redefining representations as well. This is me saying I want to redefine architecture.
We're not just teaching students to be proto-architects, we're also teaching them to question what the very nature of architecture is.
I looked at taking apart printers and computers and all the electronic things, and then repurposing the parts to create these creatures. My final portfolio, I'm not going to present it in a book. I'm making a video game.
My typological miniatures come from my wax models, that where we had to take the wax models and actually turn them into different scales.
So they've been working in a range of scales from model making to filmmaking. I think this particular film behind us is one of the most poignant things I've seen, on something that's very, very ordinary, but they're kind of bringing the magic of the everyday, particularly the everyday of the African city, out in ways that we can understand it and we feel it. So again, working quite intuitively, working a lot with real live conditions and working with people. I think for many, many decades, South Africa particularly has been in this kind of doldrum where the received wisdom from overseas does not fit its context, and yet we're not speaking back to the rest of the world. The issues that we go through in this country, the rest of the world is slowly going through them, but we're ahead of everyone. So it stands to reason that we should be developing public intellectuals, some people who build, but some people who write, who make films, who make a broader kind of discourse around architecture, so that in the end people start to commission better buildings. So I think that the role of the school is twofold. Yes, it is to train people professionally, but it's also to train the public about what this discipline is. So I think at this moment in time, the GSA, because no one else is doing it, there is a window of opportunity. I take the work of the students overseas a lot. I mean, sometimes we get standing ovation. South African students are amongst the most talented students I've ever taught, hands down, in 30 years. I want this school to be the best and the biggest school of architecture in Africa in 5 years' time. Now is the time to show the rest of the world what we are capable of.
Okay, so that was an overview of what the Graduate School of Architecture is about. We're now moving along to the Department of Fashion. Within the Department of Fashion in our faculty, we have a diploma in fashion production. We also have a degree qualification in fashion design. So fashion production is the student obtaining this qualification will demonstrate competence in analyzing and applying the principles of the fashion system from production through to consumption in order to meet all of the market demands. So that's the diploma in fashion production. Then we have a degree in fashion design. So the purpose of the BA fashion design degree is to develop fashion designers, problem finders, and problem solvers, and that have the competence to work independently as entrepreneurial fashion designers. So your APS score, or the marks that you require to get into your diploma, is 20 with math, or 21 if you're doing maths literacy. With BA fashion design, your APS score is 23, or with maths literacy, 24. Okay, then we have the Department of Industrial Design. So industrial designers use drawings, models, and computer programs to improve aesthetics, ergonomics, and functionality of a broad range of products, from one-off furniture items to mass-produced goods such as gaming consoles, kitchen appliances, as well as mobile phones. The Department of Industrial Design offers a Bachelor of Arts in Industrial Design, but it also offers your honors, your BA honors in Industrial Design degree for those who have already successfully completed the Bachelor of Arts. The department facilities include a comprehensive workshop, and this workshop allows students to manufacture almost any prototype or design that they may conceptualize. Your APS score for Industrial Design is 23 with maths and 24 with maths literacy. After the Department of Industrial Design, we have the Department of Interior Design. Interior designers engage with a range of interior spaces to create innovative spatial solutions with a thorough knowledge of building technology, materials, as well as environmental needs. The Department of Interior Design offers an undergraduate bachelor degree, a fourth-year honors degree, as well as a Master's of Design. The department's facilities include designated studio areas from first years up into masters, and it has a centrally allocated specialized computer studio. Your APS score required for interior design is 23 with math or 24 if you have math literacy. We have the Department of Jewelry Design and Manufacture. So, UJ is situated in the metropolis of Johannesburg, which is one of the dynamic jewelry hubs of South Africa. The state-of-the-art facilities, combined with the expertise of the lecturing staff, makes the UJ Department of Jewelry and Design a premier setting to study towards a career in jewelry design and manufacture. The department's aim is to cultivate broad skills associated with jewelry as well as entrepreneurship. Students are encouraged to develop a range of competencies which enables them to achieve their full creative potential. The diploma program incorporates jewelry practice that includes jewelry design as well as jewelry drawing and manufacturing techniques. Other key areas of study include gemology, technology, contextual studies, as well as design management. Also important to note is that within the FADA building, we have facilities which students have access to, and these facilities allow you to, from design up until actually to produce jewelry items. The images that you see on the screen here are actually works of jewelry that students produced within our faculty. Then we have the Department of Multimedia. As the digital age becomes more and more central to the way we live our lives, the importance of shaping digital technologies to enhance the human experience has become more evident. Whether it be through exploring new modes of storytelling or ways to engage the world, digital media design is concerned with how designers can take advantage of these emerging technologies to imagine all future possibilities. If you are interested in the world of people, technology, imagination, then you should be interested in studying a degree in digital media design. In this program, you can apply your creative powers to entertain, inform, and support people's future experiences of their worlds. A range of technologies and products that students engage with include websites, mobile applications, smart technology, video content, motion graphics, short format animation, information graphics, wayfinding systems, as well as digital photography. The facilities in the department include 4 computer labs with the latest high-end graphic computers, an audio recording studio, an animation studio, as well as a green suite studio. To get into the Department of Multimedia, you need an APS score of 23, or if you're doing maths literacy, 24. We then have the Department of Visual Art. The purpose of a 3-year BA Visual Art degree is to develop students' creativity, imagination, critical knowledge, skills, and academic research capabilities to practice as artists within the domains of the visual and cultural industries, and to engage in postgraduate studies in visual art. A very unique feature of this specific program is that it allows first-year students to choose selected cognate models offered in the Faculty of Humanities to enrich their studies within visual art. Again, the images that I use in this presentation are works of students that are presented within the faculty. This image is specifically of a student's work which was presented in the UJ Arts and Culture Gallery. Sorry, we're going backwards. Okay. What's important to note within the Faculty of Art Design and Architecture, also known as FADA, is that you apply with the UJ system, you're going to apply online. But because it's a creative field of study and we need to sort of sift out if you have some sort of creative ability, part and parcel of the application process would be for you to submit a portfolio. The list of the portfolio submission varies from department to department. So every department is going to ask you to do a specific set of tasks. Some departments might arrange to meet with you on Zoom to have an interview with you. Other departments might ask for an essay. So each department has its own specific portfolio requirements. All of these requirements are available on our digital brochure, Once I'm done with my presentation, I will be sharing links in the Q&A to the digital brochure. So if you're interested in studying at the faculty or want to just know what the portfolio would entail, I encourage you to please go online, view the brochure, and it provides you a very in-depth description of what the specific department asks of the applicant with regards to your portfolio submission. Okay, so what I've spoken towards each of the departments, I've also given you an overview of what's required for all of the undergraduate degree programs. But over and above all of the undergraduate programs, we also have a host of postgraduate programs. So just to explain the difference is that you need to complete an undergraduate degree program before applying for a postgraduate program. So it's kind of like you need to complete high school before you come into the university system. And once you complete high school, you're then going to engage in or study an undergraduate qualification. Once you're completed with your undergraduate qualification, may it be a diploma, it can be a degree, a 3-year degree. Once you've completed this, you will then apply to do your postgrad. So it's high school or whatever higher or whatever schools you're going to. Once you've completed your grade 12 qualification, you then enter the university system, you do your undergrad, which then leads you to do your postgrad. So here are the list of the postgraduate programs which we offer within our faculty. Again, there's a certain way in which it flows, a certain order. So once you undergrad, postgrad, within postgraduate, there's a there's a certain scheme or way in which you have to apply. So you first do your honors. And then once you've completed your honors, are you then allowed to apply for your master's? And once you've completed your master's, if you feel you really want to pursue this even further than you already have, you will then apply for your doctoral degree. So here are the list of all the postgrad qualifications that we have. Again, like I said earlier, I will share a brochure. We have a digital brochure which provides all of the information in more detail of how you can now apply to do a postgraduate course within our faculty. Very exciting in our faculty, we've just introduced, well, not just introduced, last year, we opened up the Fab Lab. So the Fab Lab's aim is to create an environment for students to explore and test new ideas. The cross-pollination between industry is what makes the Fab Lab so unique. The Fab Lab is an innovative space that offers training and knowledge about new technology like virtual reality, CNC routers, laser cutters, and 3D printers. It also offers access to machines and tools like final cutters, final press, large format printers, guillotines. It also hosts a small workshop with hand and motorized tools, but unfortunately, this is kind of restricted access for now. The Fab Lab is coming up with some amazing concepts, and the students are really coming up with some interesting and innovative work. Hopefully, should you study at the faculty, you'll be able to exploit, or if you Google us or you go onto our Facebook page, you'll see some of the projects that the students are actually engaging in. Okay, gallery. So unfortunately, COVID has really taken its toll on all of us with the way within which we work. But specifically with our galleries, I think, because our galleries are dynamic spaces. So we have 2 galleries within the university, one being the gallery that lies within FADA, and the other one is the UJ gallery, which is on the main campus. But rest assured that we've still, we've carried on working and we've still had gallery exhibitions. We've just had the openings online. The images, again, you see is from a ceramics exhibition that took place last year. So the gallery at FADA is an experimental and creative platform. It's located in the UJ faculty of FADA. The gallery hosts a dynamic program of curated exhibitions, student shows, student events, screenings, talks, installations. It's such an exciting space to be in when you can't physically be on campus. Every time you go past the gallery or you walk into the gallery, there's really something that amazes and astonishes you. And it's interesting because sometimes it's work of our own staff and other times it's work of our alumni. And then there are weeks when it's just work of our students that are being displayed. And it's really fun and exciting to engage in these projects and to engage with the work that's on display, to actually see the creative process and what it is that our students are actually conceptualizing and how creative they are. It's a double volume gallery space. It encourages creative and critical engagement among students, staff, alumni, and the local art community. With the input of a specially convened committee of artists, academics, and curators from the faculty. Then, as I said before, so we have 2 galleries, okay? So what forms part of our faculty is the University Arts and Culture. So UJ Arts and Culture produces and presents world-class student and professional art programs. This is aligned to the UJ vision of international university of choice, which is anchored in Africa. It's dynamically shaping the future. They have a robust range of arts platforms that are offered on all 4 our university campuses. It's available for students, staff, alumni, and the general public to experience and engage with. It has emerging and established Pan-African international artists, and it's drawn from a full spectrum of arts. Through the Arts Academy, students have access to a number of extracurricular activities. These include 2 choirs, a jazz band, drumming circles, poetry, drama, and dance classes. Additionally, a robust artistic program is presented and includes local as well as international drama and dance productions. This is comedy shows, music concerts, art and culture festivals, and art exhibitions, which are all presented at the gallery. Arts and Culture's flagship program is the interdisciplinary Fada Theatre program, which is implemented as an integral component of coursework. So what this basically is, to summarize, is that we take the UJ Arts and Culture, we take our students within Fada at 3rd year level. The Arts and Culture team, there's a committee that's put together, they choose a project, and together with Arts and Culture in all of our programs that we've just spoken about, students from architecture, jewelry design, interior design, industrial design, all of them are put together. And this project is where now, with the help of our creative students, with the help of the Arts and Culture team, they together develop an on-stage production. It's a very fun and exciting project. The division also hosts external events at the Arts Center on the Kingsway campus, with a 428-seater theatre, an 18-seater conference room, and 2 studios. The experimental theatre also on the Kingsway campus is a flexible space, which is primarily used for and by students, and the 180-seater Concowan theatre with adjacent students studios is based on the UJ Bunting Road campus. So to summarize the slide, which I know is very text heavy, is that we have 4 campuses at UJ. Each of our campuses, you can find UJ Arts and Culture. Unfortunately, at the moment, there is no academic path that you can choose for arts and culture. So you can't sort of study or get a degree in arts and culture or in dance or in music, not currently, not at UJ. But if you are interested in this and like to study anything else at UJ, UJ Arts and Culture is there as an extracurricular activity, which you can gladly join. There's no charge. And you can join any one of the items that I've mentioned. Like I said, the jazz band, drumming, the choirs. Our choirs do amazingly, both nationally as well as internationally. After UJ Arts and Culture, okay, so we have important links here. Again, I've spoken about COVID and how it's restricted us and we're unable to come onto campus. We're unable to view the facilities. We're unable to go into the gallery and see these amazing exhibitions that are taking place. So what we've had to do is we've had to now come up with very creative and dynamic ways to show the public and to show people who are interested in our facilities nonetheless. So I'm going to share with you a link to our virtual tour. It is a very accurate representation of what our faculty entails, what our building entails, what the facility is comprised of. It's a virtual tour. You move your mouse, you move about, and you're able to see yourself. You're able to walk about the building, visit the different departments, see the actual spaces. End of year exhibition. We have our end of year exhibition. Normally, the building is hyped up. We have a fashion show. There's music. There's food. All of our third year students have all of their work on display. Parents, family, industry, everybody comes in. It's normally such a jovial time to be in the Fada building. Unfortunately, we've had to move the exhibition online. I will share this link with you as well. You are able to see on this website all of the student work. You're able to see what the students were able to produce during these trying times, working from home, lectures from home, lectures that are now online with very limited actual classes. You are still able to see that during these trying times, how the students have worked, how they found creative ways to actually produce their work, and the fun and exciting things they've come up with. So I'm going to share that link with you. You'd be able to see every department, all of the works, all of the stuff that the student did in 2020. And then I've spoken about our faculty brochures on numerous occasions. I'll be sharing that with you guys as well. I'd like to just end with one last video. This video just basically brings together everything I've spoken about. You can kind of see the building, you can see some of the facilities, and you can just have an overview or put in your mind an image, of everything that I've spoken about. You can kind of see what the hype is about or what the vibe is about in the building. There's my Facebook handle, Instagram, website. If you need any information, all of these links are on our website. Please follow us on Facebook as well as on Instagram. So here we go with the last video from my side. And 1 second.
Person, do you want to work in a field that allows you to express your creativity? To do
Apologies on my side. I'm just going to restart it. I apologize.
Creative person, do you want to work in a field that allows you to express your creativity? To do something that you love? Then the University of Johannesburg's Faculty of Art, Design and Architecture, FADA, is for you. FADA is on UJ's Bunting Road campus, and its state-of-the-art facilities house 9 departments, all geared towards broadening your creative horizons. At FADA, we believe that art, design and architecture can change the world. We challenge our students to expand these fields beyond their traditional boundaries through a dynamic focus on creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking. Our graduates enter the world of work with internationally recognized qualifications from a globally ranked university. We enable our students to reach their own best potential, while at the same time encouraging collaboration and participation. Not only do our students do very well in national and international competitions, they also make a real positive difference to society through collaborative community engagement projects. Through UJ Arts and Culture, students also have exposure to the world of performing arts. All the departments are housed in one building with excellent up-to-date facilities. Each department has the tools needed to help you develop your creative potential in your chosen field. The building features a dedicated art and design library, well-equipped lecture venues, studios and classrooms, an art gallery, workshops and computer facilities with the latest software. As a student, you will be able to attend lectures and seminars by eminent local and international speakers, expanding your knowledge of what is happening in the creative fields in South Africa and globally. We are committed to ensuring that when you graduate, you will be a highly sought-after professional in your creative industry of choice.
And that's all from my side. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Tamara. Would we like to get Prudence to start sharing her screen?
I think my colleague Prudence from the Faculty of Education is next. Prudence.
Did we lose Prudence?
I cannot see her here. Labeth, do you want to get in touch with her?
I'll do that now.
Great, thank you. Hi there, Prudence. Do you want to start sharing your screen if possible?
Thank you very much. I lost connection for a bit, but I'm back. Is it showing now?
Not yet. We can't see your screen just yet.
Can you see my screen now?
No.
Is it there?
Yep, it says it's sharing your screen. One moment. Are you sharing two screens or one?
No, I'm only having one screen. It's just that I don't know what happened, but my connection is very poor now.
I can see your screen now. Perfect.
Oh, okay. Let me just make it. Can I start? Can I go?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
All right. And is my screen showing properly now?
Yep, you might want to add it into presentation mode.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do now. Okay, colleagues, good day. My name is Prudence Mohau, and I'm going to be talking to you about the Faculty of Education at UJ. My presentation is titled Study at the University of UJ Faculty of Education. So the Faculty of Education strives towards dynamic knowledge making for the 21st century. And this generally implies future-oriented and globally significant teaching and research that is simultaneously and contextually grounded. And the Faculty of Education is of the view that teacher education and development should be steeped in local challenges and provide pre-service and in-service teachers and other educational practitioners with the tools to deal with the demands of a fast-changing world, which is increasingly driven by technology. And this is in line with the fourth industrial revolution focus of the university. Through our teacher education programs, the Faculty of Education strives to prepare teachers who are caring, teachers who are accountable, who are going to be critically reflective about the who, the what, how, and why of teaching in a diversity of context. And this is done through integrating coursework at the university, where the students are mostly based, and practicum at schools, where the faculty creates learning opportunities for student teachers. And what this happens is that they acquire a thorough understanding of learning and development of childhood and adolescence. They get sound subject knowledge of the subjects that they are teaching. And they also understand the contextual factors that impact learning and schooling. And they also get an appreciation of the demands of the teaching profession. Our students also get a repertoire of teaching strategies and skills, and this assists them in building a reflective stance towards teaching. Our faculty offers academic programs on two campuses, the Soweto campus and the Auckland Park Kingsway campus. The Center for Educational Rights and Transformation is situated at the Research Village on the Auckland Park Bunting Road campus. Now, the Soweto campus houses 3 academic departments. That is the Educational Psychology Department of Leadership, Department of Education, Leadership and Management, as well as Childhood Education. The Department of Childhood Education offers Bachelor of Education programs for the foundation and intermediate phases of schooling, and it also offers postgraduate programs. Also in the Department of Childhood, we have the Center for African Languages Teaching, and this center's overall aim is to enable practice-based research and research-based practice in the education and development of teachers who teach African languages, specifically in the foundation phase and intermediate phase of schooling, and to teach that through their schooling. Then we move on to the second department that is based at the Soweto campus. This is the Department of Education, Leadership and Management. And the Department of Education, Leadership and Management offers continuous professional development and in postgraduate studies and a highly successful online master's in education management. And this Masters in Education Management attracts large number of students. And these programs are particularly popular with school leaders, that is your head of departments, your deputy principals and principals. Then the next department that is also based at our Soweto campus is the Department of Education. It's the Department of Education, Leadership and Management, which I've already touched on. Then we also have at the Auckland Park Kingsway campus, the Department of Education and Curriculum Studies, which provides postgraduate programs. And these programs straddle many areas of learning and research. The teaching and research of this department focuses mainly on secondary school education, and it also offers teaching at initial teacher education and postgraduate levels. The next department that is at the Auckland Park Kingsway campus is the Department of Science and Technology Education. And this department has 4 related distinct focuses. The first one is science education. Then we have technology education, then mathematics education and learning technologies. This also involves initial teacher education as well as postgraduate and professional development programs. One of the programs that is strong in the faculty is the Information and Communication Technology in education. And this program attracts a lot of students at the master's level, and most of the students are around the globe in this specific program. We also have higher education as a field of study, and the National Research Foundation Chair in Teaching and Learning in Post-School Education and Training and the Ali Mazrui Center operate from our Auckland Park Kingsway campus. We have the Center for Education Rights and Technology and the NRF Chair in Community, Adult and Worker Education, both housed at the Auckland Park Bunting Road campus. The Faculty of Education is committed to knowledge making. And to this end, we offer the following teacher education programs to a total of 4,295 registered students in both the undergraduate and postgraduate programs. The teacher education for primary school teaching at the Soweto campus, we have the B.Ed in foundation phase teaching. This is the bachelor's degree where the focus is on grades R to 3. And then we have the Bachelor of Education in intermediate phase teaching. And this one is focused on grades 4 to 7. Both programs are based at the Soweto campus. And then we have teacher education for secondary school. And these programs are based at the Auckland Park Kingsway campus. That is the B.Ed in senior phase and FET teaching. The focus here is on grade 7 to 12. And we also have the postgraduate certificate in education popularly known as the PGCE. We also offer professional development programs, and 3 of these are our advanced diploma in education in remedial education. We also offer the advanced diploma in school leadership and management. And we have various postgraduate diplomas in higher education and also in inclusive education. And we also offer programs at BEd honors level, at master's level, at PhD, and we also offer the Doctor of Education in Educational Psychology. The Faculty of Education has 2 research centers, namely the Ali Mazrui Center for Higher Education, and we also have the Center for Education Rights and Transformation. Among the 4 chairs that the faculty hosts is the Integrated Studies of Learning, Languages, Science and Mathematics in the Primary School. We also have Education and Care in Childhood Education, Community, Adult and Worker Education, and Post-School Education and Training. Our faculty boasts 22 National Research Foundation rated researchers and 14 distinguished visiting professors from across the globe. The Faculty of Education hosts 2 research journals, namely Education as Change and the South African Journal of Childhood Education. There are 2 schools that are associated with the faculty. The Funda Ujabule School, which is a teaching school that is situated on the Soweto campus. And this school was established through cooperation between UJ and the Gauteng Department of Education. The school serves the same purpose for training teachers as teaching hospitals serve for training medical practitioners. So it's a research and training school. And the integral part of many activities of childhood education takes place in this particular school, which is a public school and a site for school teacher education and an education laboratory. The Faculty of Education is also the guardian of the UJ Metropolitan Academy. Now, the UJ Metropolitan Academy is a secondary school with a track record of attaining excellent results. And this school is designated as one of the mathematics, science, and ICT schools of specialization with a focus on high-tech and innovation. The Faculty of Education is ready to welcome you as we strive towards dynamic knowledge making for the 21st century and to provide pre-service and in-service teacher and other educational practitioners with the tools to deal with the demands of a fast-changing world, which is increasingly driven by technology and in line with the 4th Industrial Revolution focus of UJ. Here is our contact details. For more information, you can get through to us on email, on Facebook, and also on Twitter. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Thank you, Prudence. Apologies there for the technical mishap, but we got through to you in the end. We do have a few questions that I think could be quite interesting for everyone to go through. Let's get some up. Okay, question 1. Will I get some internship opportunities in South Africa? Who would like to answer?
Steph, I don't know if our colleagues from partners are able to respond in terms of, is there any work integrated learning requirements for their programs? And I don't know, particularly in FADA, and are there any internship opportunities or work integrated, which would probably be, most probably be the case?
Tamara?
Hi. From FADA's side, there are certain programs that require work integrated learning, but this is not the case for all. So it's not like a blanket approach. For the programs that do require like your will, the department does help in certain instances for the student to actually, to get placed in a specific organization or company. But we also get a lot of companies and organizations that actually approach us on the daily, looking for third year students that need the work experience, and also looking for our alumni or our senior students to take on certain projects. So it's not a blanket approach, but there definitely is learning opportunities available for specific departments.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next question. Is it possible to work as an intern while studying to put all knowledge in practice?
So again, I can answer from FADA side, and Prudence can answer from education.
Sure, let's do that.
Unfortunately it's a full-time program. So your under degree is a full-time program. So you, like in your third year, where we require you to work to actually complete your qualification, yes. But we don't offer it on a part-time basis at the moment. Maybe in the near future it will be offered on a part-time basis, but currently, unfortunately, you have to do it full-time. So you're unable to have a full-time job as well as study. But this, however, is different for the postgrad. So for postgrad, you can do it over 2 years, your honors or your masters, and then you will be able to maintain a job as well as complete your postgraduate qualification. But for undergrad at the moment, no. Prudence, I'm not sure what education.
Okay, I can come in for education. So in the Faculty of Education, for your undergraduate initial teacher education programs, our work integrated learning involves students going into schools and doing integrated learning, and it's different in each of the 4 years of our initial teacher education degrees. So in the first year, students would go to schools for a week or two in the first semester, and also in the second semester, where they do observations only. They're not doing any teaching at that moment. But from the second year, the students are get involved in work integrated learning, which is teaching practice. Then they start, their work integrated learning there, where they start doing lesson planning. They do, they shadow the teachers, and that is how our work integrated learning is included in the programs. Of course, once you have completed your undergraduate, when you go on to your postgraduate, you are no longer involved in work integrated learning, because the 4 years of your degrees have prepared you enough, and also you have qualified, so you don't necessarily need to continue with work integrated learning. But then I need to mention that we have a postgraduate certificate in education. And this qualification is for all those who have prior degrees that are not necessarily education degrees, but then they need to branch into education. So with the postgraduate certificate in education, students also need to do work integrated learning. And although they are considered postgraduates because they already have a qualification, when they come to do education, it will be their first or initial teacher education qualification. That is why they need to go through work integrated learning, because they do have the subject content, but they do not have the methodology to teach the content that they have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next question. How can I apply to the innovation program?
I'm not too sure, Tamara. The innovation program might be in FADA, but we do not have the innovation program in the Faculty of Education.
No, we don't have the innovation program either. I'm not sure what the question's referring to.
Okay, we'll get someone to type that one. Are there any networking opportunities at the university?
What FADA, yes, there's numerous networking opportunities. I've spoken about the gallery. I mean, the gallery is a space where we host alumni, we host artists, we have different forms of exhibitions throughout the year. This in itself is a networking venue within the building, because whenever we have a gallery opening, it's your stakeholders, it's your industry members all coming together to the gallery openings within the building. And this is where students get to really liaise and meet people within industry, artists that are doing well in the fields, that are doing well in South Africa. There are many functions that also take place throughout the year. And this is in a world with no COVID, where we are actually allowed physical contact, where we host alumni, where we get industry members in to come and see the student work. Our end of year exhibition, as I've spoken about as well, is a night where everybody is invited, which again includes your industry members, your prominent alumni that's doing really well in industry. And this is a great opportunity for students to actually liaise with the people that they need to be liaising with, to make that contact, because this is where job opportunities lie, in meeting these predominant members of, members in their field who are doing so well. So yes, to answer the question, to summarize it, yes, there are numerous opportunities available.
Just from the Faculty of Education, we also do have numerous avenues for networking opportunities. We host a number of public lectures and seminars, and we host this together with our education stakeholders. So students get to get involved with other education stakeholders other than, the university community itself. We also have partners like Kagiso Trust, like Bridge, like Zenex. So those are stakeholders in education that, normally we would create platforms for engagement and discussion around issues that involve system in South Africa, what needs to happen, how can we improve, what is working. And we also have communities of practice where we bring educators from across different disciplines to come and share in their success stories. So we often create a number of platforms for networking, so that our students get holistic training in education.
Great, thank you. I think this question goes to Farah. Should I create a digital portfolio or a physical? Would you suggest both?
All portfolios are digital. So as of last year, which is 2020, we've moved all portfolios to a digital platform. I have shared the link of our brochure in the chat, so you can just go visit the link, and within that is a digital book which has all of the portfolio requirements. But please do note that you need to first apply, and the university will communicate when you should submit your portfolio.
Okay, brilliant. Well, I think that's the end of our Q&A session at the moment. Do you have any last words? Would you like to add any more information in the chat from either faculties?
Just to conclude, it's a Faculty of Art Design and Architecture with UJ. It's a fun, it's a dynamic, it's a very creative hub to be in. And we really look forward to maybe having one or two of you study with us in the near future. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Prudence, any last words?
Oh, yes. I would like to say thank you very much for the opportunity. And we do welcome your engagement with us. I will also, post again the contact details where you can contact us on social media, or you can just send us an email. We welcome all the students, and we are excited and to be having you here with us at the seminar. And we hope to see some of you register with us in the future. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you everybody. Thank you for joining, students, and thank you to University of Johannesburg for a very informative presentation. Again, if you need anything or any advice, please do have a look on viva-mundo.com and sign up to the newsletter. If you have any questions for University of Johannesburg, please do use the information in the chat box provided. All right, have a lovely day, everybody, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.